This shit is sickening. This shit is really fucking sickening. People are just, the world is really, yo, you really have to, and I'm being serious. People who go to work, people who go to school, if you go to the bank, just leaving your house, you have to understand that it's a blessing to make it back inside. People are losing they fucking shit. You don't know what the fuck people be thinking up here. You don't know what the fuck people be thinking up here, bro. That is crazy.
These are the innocent lives taken from the 67th mass shooting in America this year at Michigan State.
Don't make no sense.
Ariel Anderson, a junior, an aspiring pediatrician, her family saying she was sweet and loving with an infectious smile.
We were just hoping that maybe she was hiding somewhere.
Brian Frazier, a sophomore and chapter president of Phi Beta Delta, his fraternity calling him a great friend to many. And Alexandria Verner, an upperclassman, her former high school, saying she was an example of kindness.
Oh my God.
You can hear the panic as people ran from Monday night's shooting. Students hiding in classrooms from the gunman's violent rampage.
I heard the gunshot. It must have been right outside of the door. Got down. That's when he came in our class. Shot 4 more times.
Authorities identifying the gunman as...
I'm thinking, because like I was at work when I heard this. I'm thinking that this is a I guess somebody on campus. This is a grown ass man. That's crazy.
As 43-year-old Anthony Dwayne McCrae. They say he died of a self-inflicted gunshot.
Fucking coward. I don't advocate it, but if you want to check out, like, don't take nobody with you, bro. Don't leave a trail of bodies by doing it. You know, I don't advocate it at all. I always say if you're going through something, talk to somebody. But if you really feel that you got people that depend on you, you got nieces, nephews, you got moms, you got people that love you. You may not feel it, but I'm telling you, anybody watching this video, you got people out there that care about you. But if you really want to take yourself out, and I don't advocate for it, don't bring nobody with you.
Wound after a manhunt. The FBI saying McCrae suffered from mental health issues. Detectives finding a 3-page note on him listing locations in Michigan,
Wow.
Colorado, and New Jersey.
Whoa, I live in New Jersey. Wow.
He also wanted to attack. President Biden again today calling for a ban on assault weapons.
It's happening far too often in this country. Far too often. While we gather more information, there's one thing we do know to be true. We have to do something to stop gun violence ripping apart our communities.
Jackie Matthews is a student at Michigan State. She was also at Sandy Hook Elementary School in 2012 during that shooting.
I don't think you ever get over...
Wow, that's crazy.
...something so traumatic or so tragic, even if it's not in your community.
Investigators are still trying to determine the shooter's motive. They say he had no connection to the victims or Michigan State. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And that's what they do with some, like, I be, like, at my job, I do a lot of traveling, so I be in New York. You see these guys, they don't get, I don't know, like, if they, I don't know what it is, their situation would it be, but they got mental health issues, and they let them right back out on the street. They don't give them no type of help, no treatment, no nothing. They just let them right back on the street. They do that in New York. I don't give a fuck. I'll say it. They do that shit in New York a lot. That's crazy.
Rage and reckoning in Michigan, that after a mass shooter leaves a killer's imprint on a large college campus. 3 are dead, 5 more wounded critically after a gun.
Like I said, I ain't no goddamn, I ain't the president or nothing like that. This is just all coming. Maybe I'm just emotional because, like, it's just crazy how all these shootings are happening, and it's like, it's insane.
Hunted students in 2 buildings at Michigan State. All of the casualties are students. The doctors trying to keep them alive, exhausted and emotional.
It's crazy.
Can't forget we had general surgeons, cardiothoracic surgeons, neurosurgeons. get a lot of sleep last night, sir. So many people that just came in.
Throughout the morning, some new details about the ongoing CSI. Calls
Crazy.
Shots fired came in a little before 8:30.
Three students killed. Wow.
30 last night. Police swarmed within minutes, followed by a flood of more panicked calls. Students spent hours locked down without knowing if their friends were dead or alive and without knowing if the shooter might soon walk through their door. Today, police putting a name to the haunting images of a suspect, 43-year-old Anthony McCrae. Motive, though, is murky. The shooter, police say, never attended, never taught, and never worked at the school. Let's get straight
Just
to it.
a random dude was just able to just go right into a campus and like what?
And then Shimon Prokopez for the latest details. Shimon, what are we learning?
Right, and it appears he is from that area, John, so that's a significant clue for authorities. You know, perhaps he may have been to the area before, because when you look at the surveillance photo that police released and then some of the information that they've been releasing, how he went from one campus or one building to the other building, there's some indication perhaps that he knew where he was going. The other significant information we're just learning from police there in Michigan State is that they have recovered
Well, if he knew, if I don't want to be that type of person that pause and keep questioning everything when something so traumatic like this happened, but it needs to be said. If it didn't seem like he was lost, and you know what I'm saying, then like I don't get it, bro. I don't know. Cause I've been to other colleges before, and I was like, yo, where's this at? Where's that at? I was lost in a motherfucker. These colleges be damn. But if he knew his way around the area, like nobody saw this nigga. I know they got campus PD and all that. Nobody saw this motherfucker. They just like, oh, go ahead. I don't know.
A note they believe that was written by
no random ass nigga that got no affiliation with that school should even be like, you feel me? Like, you feel me?
The shooter, which will hopefully for them shed some light perhaps on what happened here, perhaps describing some grievances that he may have had, some concerns that he may have had. But again, you know, the motive here remains a mystery. You know, police saying this morning they're not any closer to knowing why he targeted this school. But this note certainly is going to be important for authorities as they work through motive and try to learn more about this gunman. What they have been doing, John, though, is that they've been talking to family members and others who know this gunman, who know the shooter. And it sounds like from their information from the families that certainly this was a troubled individual, a family member describing him as sort of secluded kind of to himself. There was some trouble after his mother died, according to his father. So it sounds like for authorities, at least, they're learning more about the shooter here. And at some point, maybe, and we may not know ultimately what the motive is here, but certainly, you know, we hope to hear more from authorities. Other thing very important here, obviously, for the victims.
Say, gunman became evil and angry after his mom's death. I mean, I understand it, but you can, come on, man. People, when you leave this house, you gotta understand. When you leave this house, when you leave your house, and when you make it back home, it is a blessing. We take that shit for granted. Whether you go to the store, whether if you go to school, whether if you know what I'm saying, like when just leaving your house and making it back, doing your daily work, going to school, going to the library, going to the supermarket. Bro, you can't even go to the supermarket without these niggas lighting shit up. There was a motherfucker that lit the supermarket up and live streamed it on Twitch, aiming for straight black people. Like, we take life for granted, bro. You can't even go to the mall no more without motherfuckers. Like, bro, can't stay home because you got motherfuckers that'll rob you. You can't go out because you got motherfuckers that fuck around and shoot you. Like, yo, like, what the fuck?
Community and what they're going through. All of the victims here, students of the school, the 3 dead and 5 that remain in the hospital. And you could just see the emotion from the doctors, you know, who see all sorts of trauma, see all sorts of issues to sort of give that kind of emotional statement and to talk about it.
It's fucked up.
Just tells you the effect this is having on the community.
Without a doubt. Shimon Prokopez, appreciate the live reporting to kick us off. Let's get some expertise now from two law enforcement experts, the former Deputy Director of the FBI, Andrew McCabe, and the former Homeland Security official, Juliette Kayyem. Andy McCabe, you listened to Shimon go through what we know so far.
All right, I just wanted to see like if I can get like some type of motive of what's going on. Like, you don't just wake up, brush your teeth, and wash your face and be like, oh, I'm about to do. Like, come on now, nah. But like, that's crazy. That's crazy. And if I ain't gonna say, like I said, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? You can't control what another person is going to do. But if they knew that this man's mother passed away and he became resentful and he became standoffish and you try to say, hey, you all right? You know what I'm saying? It's so easy, right? If you're going through something and somebody asks like, hey, yeah, you all right? You just be like, yeah, I'm good. You can say, yeah, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm good. I'm all right. I'm a little down, but I'm cool. 20 minutes later, you go out and do some crazy shit. That's how it be happening. All those school shooters, they was like, yeah, when I talked to him, he seemed normal. We was having a regular conversation. It was a normal day. 20 minutes later, motherfuckers snap. Start going crazy. Crazy, man. All them students, rest in peace. It's a sad day. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Wow.